Hey, I'm Rob Jones, senior producer on NBA 2K, and we're here at Gamescom 2015.
Let's start by talking about what Spike Lee has brought to the game this year.
Well, Spike Lee is an intricate part of our My Career experience this year. At the end of 14 and 15, after having introduced story in 14 and then kind of tried to bring it back to the NBA and with the players last year, I remember, we had this conversation with our higher ups, and we're like, well, what are we going to do for story next year? It's the area that 95 to 98% of our users are playing. All of them. I mean, it's the highest mode within the game. So where we're going to take it, and one of the guys turns around and he's like, oh, well, we're going to talk to Spike Lee. And I'm like, no, seriously, where are we going to take it? He said, no, really, we're going to go talk to Spike Lee and see if he can come up with an experience and a story that can tie into a gameplay mechanic and make it, fun for our user. And he was really open to it. I mean, not only was he open, he sat down with the producers, he took notes on what we already had done, and then, we had to explain to him the things that we were trying to bring to the game this year, mechanics that we needed to incorporate into the story and into the experience. But we are not able to tell a story. We're not able to get people involved and feel for the characters and the relationships within the game as he could. And he told a story that's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I've watched it a number of times, and every single time I'm like, I pick up on little things that I didn't get before, and that's the beauty of somebody who knows how to tell a story and knows how to really paint a canvas that becomes a bigger experience.
Is he a big gamer as well?
I don't know that he's a great gamer. We know he's a big NBA fan, but he sure enough was a lot of fun. I'm going to tell you that much. I mean, he really took it. One of the small anecdotes that people said is, when you go into motion capture, because we're doing everything digitally, well, the cameras are capturing everything from every angle. But we filmed every single piece of the experience as a movie. So he had actually camera crews in different angles trying to get different shots, because that's the way he experiences it. And we didn't want to tell him, hey, you know what? We can just move the camera for you on the electronic thing. So, he built it the way he wanted to, and then we replicated everything within the game.
When it comes to what's new in the game, talk a little about some of those elements for this year.
Are we talking about My Career, or the story in My Career? We really haven't gone into a lot of the details. Needless to say, it's changed in different ways. I mean, and I really can't go into everything, but one of the things that I wanted was more things to do, more pull from different things within my life as an NBA player. So those things are going to be reflected more so than ever before within the game, within My Career. But then, all of our modes have also changed and been upgraded as well. So, we talked about My Team, which is really, really popular. And it's kind of interesting how the game plays. People start off with My Career, and then after they're finished with building their player, they kind of, gravitate over to My Team and start playing the card collecting game. This year we introduced dynamic rating cards, which is, I think it's a first for any of the sports games. So we'll be able to actually fluctuate the value of a particular card. So if Steph Curry goes into a slump, his card will reflect that slump, instead of being static at, Steph Curry is a god, And then we're introducing moment cards so that we can actually commemorate any particular great performance, whether it be Player of the Week or Player of the Month or Kobe's 81-point night or something like that. We'll be able to bring a card to commemorate that exact moment in time. And that's in My Team. My GM has been beefed up, mostly, without bringing everything in. The off-season part, we're giving you a lot more things to do there, so it's going to be pretty exciting. My League comes back. Last year we introduced it. Our hardcore fans really took to it because finally they had full control of how they set their leagues up, and when they see what the feature set is this year, they're going to be absolutely enthralled by that as well. So we're doing a bunch of stuff, and last week we introduced 2K Pro-Am. 2K Pro-Am is, I don't know if you saw our presentation, but it's a fully customizable. You can customize your own team, get your friends together. You customize your entire arena down to the sounds, the floor, the stanchions, your uniforms, and then take the court with your My Player that you've already been working at building up in My Career, and go compete against other players who are doing the same exact thing, either in your own arena or in the Pro-Am arena, which is 4 courts where you can see everybody playing. It's all users in there. So it's it's fun. It's gonna start. Our big thing is amping competition this year, and that's a big step towards doing that as well. And then finally the other things, kind of the outside things. How do you complement all that? We brought 3 great DJs on, with a phenomenal soundtrack this year. Influences both from the East Coast, the southern side of the East Coast, New York with DJ Premier, and West Coast with DJ Mustard, who's been doing so much stuff with the most current artists, guys like Chris Brown and Kid Ink and guys like that. So there's a little bit of everything in the music side, and it's so important to us within the culture to marry the two things. NBA and hip hop / R&B kind of have always gone hand in hand. We also have international music. I mean, there's 50 tracks on the soundtrack. So.